It's alright.
Oh my god!
Yo guys, what is up? Max or not Borderlands 3 video, and today we have the craziest hotfix I have ever seen. I have been covering Borderlands 3 every single day, literally covered every single hotfix and patch that this game has released. This is the most game-changing thing that I think we've seen in Borderlands 3 since Mayhem 2.0 was introduced. The amount of stuff we have to talk about today is ridiculous. As you could probably tell from the title and the thumbnail, there's some crazy things going on. Guys, if you enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, we're going to start on a high note, and this is an absolute high note. We have been asking for this since the beginning of this game. Literally every Reddit post, Twitter, YouTube comments, everyone and their mother has been asking for this. It is finally happening. We can reroll our anoints. There is a new anoint reroll machine that you can spend iridium in. This is free. You don't have to have the new director's cut to get this. It is going to be in Sanctuary, and it is Crazy Earl's reroll machine where you can spend iridium to reroll the anoints on your weapons. If you got a really good 16 pellet Garcia or a really good stagecoach, but you didn't get the anoint, you got a cloning mad tracker, but you got a bad anoint on it, you can reroll anything until you get the exact anoint that you want. This is incredible, and I'm so excited for this feature. Next, the Maurice's black market vending machine is being added to Borderlands 3. Now, this is a vending machine that will change locations every week in Borderlands 3. It'll be on a different planet. It is not in Sanctuary. It'll be randomly located and will be selling only the top end gear for a ton of iridium. Now, if you guys are familiar with like Xur in Destiny and how that works, this is going to be very similar. Maurice will be traveling, or this vending machine will be traveling around with new pieces of gear every week that you can spend iridium to purchase. All right, guys, next we need to talk about these nerfs, and this is where it's gonna get a little bit more serious, and there's so much stuff. This raid boss is coming. There's been a lot of imbalance in Borderlands, skills that were broken, skills that did way too much damage. We've been hitting for trillions of damage. This is the tidal wave of nerfs that we were kind of expecting, and they are here. I'm just going to get through these. We'll talk about them. I think these are good balance changes for the viability of fighting a raid boss and not nuking it. We want this content to be hard, and boy, oh boy, are there some big changes here. So, skills that were getting Mayhem scaling, that were benefiting from Mayhem scaling in Mayhem 6 or above, are getting nerfed. Pretty much, if you were thinking of a skill that was too strong, that was getting Mayhem scaling, that's getting nerfed. Getting decreased Mayhem scaling on those skills. Next up, this is the big boy. This is the big boy. Operative's commitment skill on Zane. Commitment is getting a stack cap at 2. That is insane. This went from an infinite stacking skill up to like 1,500, 2,000 increased damage to 2 stacks. That is insane. One good thing that I will say about this is it's going to, I think, also shift away a little bit of the meta from like Seeing Dead. Not that it was a Seeing Dead meta anymore, but there's going to be even more reason to use the Spy class mod for that V2 damage. Is going to be even more important now that Zane's gun damage is not going to be as crazy, and this is going to be a big change to builds. But yeah, big change to commitment. Next up, nerfs directly to short fuse. So short fuse should be getting less mayhem scaling, and its damage is going from 75% when you proc short fuse to 50% on the bonus damage. So less mayhem scaling and should be doing less skill damage. This is crazy. We'll see if Mose is still the best one-shot character in the game after this. Next up, we got a ton of Amara Buffs. Hey, Amara Buffs. Phase cast was buffed by 5%. Deliverance's bonus was increased by 5%. Reverberation's bonus was increased by 10%. Tandava's bonus damage was increased by 10%. Phase Slam's damage was increased by 10%. Fracture's damage was increased by 35%, and Downfall's bonus was increased to 10%. This is a straight up across the board buff to pretty much everything that isn't Ties That Bind or in the red tree. these action skills all got buffed. I don't think 10% or 5% is enough just by listening to them, but we will see. Also, my doggy's barking. Next up, and this is a big one, Groundbreaker's nerfed. Groundbreaker, that extra damage, that bonus damage from Groundbreaker, 25% of all the damage that you've dealt in the past 5 seconds went from 25% to 10%. That is insane. Groundbreaker got nerfed. And you want to know what else got nerfed with Groundbreaker? What do you think was good with Groundbreaker? Huh? The face puncher. We got a face puncher nerf. The face puncher's nerfed. Face puncher and Groundbreaker and white elephants are all nerfed. Somehow the stinger survived. I shouldn't have said that. But face puncher got nerfed as well. Now we also, that is the only weapon nerf in this. We got a ton of weapon buffs. We got buffs to the creeping death, the amazing grace, a super cool pistol. The mutant is getting increased weapon damage and reduced recoil. The pain is power isn't getting increased weapon damage. The tri-bolt is getting increased weapon damage. The satisfaction, probably the least satisfied gun in the game, terrible launcher is getting increased weapon damage. The plumage, that weird Atlas rocket launcher, increased damage. And the Freeman, another rocket launcher, is getting increased weapon damage. Now, before I leave you guys, I want to talk about this. Yes, these are a lot of nerfs, but I think they're healthy for this game. I know it can be frustrating when your favorite character gets nerfed. Trust me, as an Amara main, I know. But I really do think that for the longevity of this game, now that we can reroll anoints, the end game balance in terms of getting the gear that you want and not have it being as frustrating is going to be good. There should be more character balance. I just did a tier list. I showed off the ridiculous amount of damage that these characters can do. I was so worried for this raid boss. I'm still honestly a little worried for this raid boss, even with these nerfs. But if we got endgame content, and we've been dying for endgame content, raid boss content, and it is too easy because everything is overtuned and we do too much damage, it's not going to be fun for anyone. So I'm super excited for these nerfs, even though it is frustrating to have things that you enjoyed using being nerfed. It's going to change a lot of metas. It's going to change a lot of builds. We'll see what's new. I promise you guys, I got you. We're going to work on figuring out what the next strongest thing is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really do appreciate all the love and support on the Borderlands 3 videos. Guys, I will catch y'all in the next one. Take care. Peace.
I was putting in the